Hey, this is Jamie at Useful Knowledge. Well, it's that time of year again. I get asked all the time, how long will something last if you open kettle can it? And I can't really answer that question, but what I can show you is what I have here is a 2020 jar of tomatoes. This is a quart jar of tomatoes, and we're going to open it and we're going to use our pH meter to test it. Now, I know I planted Better Boys in 2020, so it should end up around 4.2 on the pH scale, which is plenty acidic to not have to worry about botulism. Alright, I have people all the time ask me about my pH meter. And they ask me why I use a pH meter instead of strips. Well, number one, tomatoes are already red, and so I just don't trust what a strip's going to look like after you put it in a jar of tomatoes. So I bought this about 6 or 8 years ago, and it has been great ever since I bought it. Amazon still sells these. Now this is an APERA Instruments brand, and it's a pH 20 model. It does come with some calibration liquid, but I bought a full jar of 7.0 there extra. And I bought that like a year or two back. This is really easy to do a single point calibration, and that's going to get you close enough for most of your canning needs, or at least it does me. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open this jar. So it's still sealed really well. Alright, if you can see that, it's just floating around. And we're going to put it in the jar, see where we're at. So instantly it fell to, make sure you can see that, and I'll zoom in on it. So it fell to 4.7 really quickly, and now it's at 4.3. We're going to hold it in here just a little bit and see how, oh, we're at 4.2. So I know these are Better Boys. That's about where Better Boys should be. And this is a 4-year-old jar of tomatoes that I sealed using the open kettle canning method. I've held this in there for probably 3 or 4 minutes. It's still 4.2 on the pH scale. That means botulism cannot live in this jar. This jar's been canned for 4 years. I canned it in 2020. Alright? So, people ask me all the time, how long will something last canned with the open kettle method? Well, I'm just going to give you a for instance here. This is 4 years old. Okay, so what are we going to do with our 4-year-old tomatoes? We're going to make some soup. That's what I'm going to do with it. I've got some leftover roast. I'm going to add that in. And I've got a half a jar of green beans. Now these are from this summer. These are not 4 years old. We're going to mix that up. Almost forgot to tell you, I added some salt and pepper and garlic just now to taste. And so you can add however much you want to of that. And we do have a video out there using canned corn and English peas and hamburger meat, but you can use leftover roast, those green beans, anything like that. It makes a real good soup. Alright, we're just going to let that warm up. It's just going to warm up. We'll let it probably simmer for maybe 10 minutes once it gets to boiling, and we'll have soup out of our 4-year-old tomatoes. Well, there's the final product, and oh man is it good. So we hope you gained some useful knowledge on just how long canned tomatoes will last. And that's with me using the open kettle method. Yes, it's an old-timey method, but it works for me. Thanks for watching.